Hi guys, let's look at the next chapter, that's arithmetic progression. So let's go ahead and look at the basic concept in this chapter. What's an AP, which is arithmetic progression? It's basically a sequence of numbers in which each term can be obtained by adding a certain quantity to its preceding term. So let's look at an example: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and so on. So my first term is 1. If I add 2 to 1, I get 3. If I add 2 to 3, I get 5. If I add 2 to 5, I get 7. So each term can be obtained by adding a certain quantity. In this case, I'm adding 2 to the preceding term. So I'm adding 2 to the preceding term to get my next term. So that's how I can predict, or I can calculate the next term will be 15, next term will be 17, next term will be 19, and so on. And since this is going on forever, this is basically an infinite AP. We can also have a finite AP. Let's say if I say the last term here is 31. First term is known as A. It's denoted by the letter A. So term 1 is equal to A, in this case 1. Next concept, the common difference, which is what we are adding to the preceding term to get the next term. That's basically the common difference. It denoted by the letter D. Basically, D is equal to T2 minus T1, also equal to T3 minus T2, also equal to T4 minus T3. Basically, the difference of two consecutive terms. In this case, that 3 minus 1, so that's 2. Let's look at another example, which is 11, 8, 5, 2. Let's see if this is an AP. My first term, which is A, is 11. Let's see the common difference, that 8 minus 11 or 5 minus 8, in this case negative 3. So I have to add negative 3 to the preceding term to get the next term. So the first example that I had, it was an increasing AP. We were moving from a smaller number to a bigger number. The second example that I have is a decreasing AP, where I have D as the negative. Let's look at one more concept before we move on to the questions. So the general term of an AP, which means if you need to figure out the fourth term of an AP or the seventh term of an AP or nth term of an AP, if you know the total number of terms, or if you know the first term and you know the common difference, how would you figure that out? So we know T1 is equal to A. If I have to find T2, I will add D to the first term. If I have to find T3, I will add D to the second term. So this is equal to A plus 2D, which is basically what I have written. T3 is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. In this case, n was 3. So 3 minus 1 times D. Let's take one more example. If I have to calculate T4, that will basically be T3 plus D. T3 we calculated was A plus 2D. So T4 is equal to T3, which is A plus 2D plus D, which is equal to A plus 3D. If I have to write it in the nth form, that will be T4 is equal to A plus 4 minus 1 times D, which is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. That's the basic formula. Nth term of an AP can be figured out by the formula A plus n minus 1 times D. Okay, let's one last concept before I start the question. So this is if I need to figure out rth term from the end of a finite AP, which means let's look at the first example: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. Let's say I have these many terms of an AP. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 terms. So in this case, total number of terms are 11. A is equal to 1 and D, which is equal to common difference, is 3 minus 1, 2. Now this is a finite AP, has a beginning and ends at 21. If I need to find the rth term from the end, which means I now am looking at the end of the AP. If I want to find the third term from the end, so how do I figure that out? In this case, T3 from end will be equal to n minus r plus 1th term, where n is the total number of terms. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 minus r. R is the rth term that we need, which is minus 3 plus 1th term from the beginning, right, from the start. So this is 11 minus 3, that's 8, 8 plus 1, 9th term from the beginning. So if I have to find uh, the T3 from end, that will be equal to T9 from the beginning, which will be equal to A plus 9 minus 1 times D. That's equal to A plus 8D. So if I have to find the third term from the end, that is basically equal to the ninth term from the beginning in this case. In case you found this confusing, we will look at another question when we look at this uh, formula when we get into a question of this kind. Okay, I have started exercise 10A. It says figure out whether this is an AP or not. So A in this case is 2. Let's check the common difference. That'll be 6 minus 2, that's 4. Let's check 10 minus 6, that's 4. So yes, it is an AP because each term you can get into the each term by adding a certain quantity to the previous term. In this case, you keep adding 4, you will get into the next term. Let's look at this. So let's figure out 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2, and if it is equal to 1 by 4 minus 1 by 3. I am trying to figure out the common difference if there is any common difference. So 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2, the LCM is 6. So this is 2 minus 3. That's negative 1 by 6. So my common difference in case of T1 and T2 is negative 1 by 6. Let's try it for T2 and T3. In this case, the LCM is 4 into 3, that's 12. So that's 3 minus 4, that's negative 1 upon 6. Oh, sorry, negative 1 upon 12. Since common difference is not equal, therefore not an AP. Good. Let's look at question number 4. Question number 4 says find the 24th term of the sequence. So to find the 24th term, we need to figure out the first term, which is A, that's equal to 12. Next, let's figure out the common difference. So D is equal to 10 minus 12. In this case, negative 2. And we know Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. We need to figure out T24. That'll be equal to A, which is 12, plus n minus 1. That's 24 minus 1 times D. That's negative 2. So that's 12 plus 23 times negative 2. 12 minus 23 into 2, that's 46. So this is negative 34. So the 24th term of this AP would be negative 34. Perfect. Let's look at the next question. The next question that we have is question number 6. It says find the 100th term of the given AP. Let's again figure out the first term. So T1, which is equal to A, is root 3. Common difference, which will be in this case 2 root 3 minus root 3, that would be 2 root 3 minus root 3 is 1 root 3, which is root 3. Next, we know Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. Let's substitute values. So T100 would be equal to A, in this case root 3, plus 100 minus 1, that's 99 times D, which is again root 3. So this is root 3 plus 99 root 3, which is equal to 100 root 3. So the 100th term of this AP is 100 root 3. Next, question number 9. It says find the common difference and 99th term of the AP. So here A is equal to 7 3 by 4, which is 28 plus 3, 31 upon 4. D, which is equal to 9 1 by 2 minus 7 3 by 4, and that's 18 plus 1 19 upon 2, yes, minus 31 upon 4. Let's take the LCM. The LCM will be 4, so 19 into 2, that's 38 minus 31 upon 4. Therefore D is equal to 7 upon 4, which can also be written as 1 3 upon 4. So that was the first part of the question. Find the common difference. Now to calculate the 99th term, so T99 will be equal to A plus 98 times D. N minus 1, so that's 99 minus 1 times D. When I substitute values, I get A, which is 31 upon 4, plus 98 times D, which is 7 upon 4. Yes, that's correct. 31 upon 4 plus 98 into 7 upon 4. I'll have to add. So that's 4. This is 31 plus. We'll need to calculate 98 into 7. 7 into 8, 56. 7 into 9, 63 plus 5, 68. Yes, that's correct. So 686. So this will be 686 plus 31. That's 7. 8 plus 3, 11. So 717 upon 4. 717 upon 4. You can also write this as 414. That's 31. So 4728. That's 37. So 4936. So 179. 1 upon 4. So that's my 99th term of this given AP. Good. That brings me to question number 10, part 1. It says how many terms are there in this series? Let's check what information we know. A, first term is 4. Common difference is term 2 minus term 1. In this case 7 minus 4, which is 3. And how many terms are in this AP? So we know Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. In this case, we are looking at the last term, which is 148. So that's my nth term. 148 is equal to A, in this case 4, plus n minus 1. We don't know the value of n. And D in this case is 3. Let's open this bracket and see what we get. So I have 148 minus 4. If I take 4 on this side, this is equal to n minus 1 times 3. This is equal to 148 minus 4. That's 144 divided by 3 would be equal to n minus 1. I have divided both sides by 3 to remove this 3 from here. This is 3, 1. 3 into 4, 24. 3 into 4, 12. That's 24, which means 3 into 8, which means n minus 1 is equal to 48. Therefore, n is equal to 49. So 148 basically is the 49th term of this AP, and there are a total of 49 terms in this AP. Good. In case of a finite AP, the last term is also denoted by the letter L. So in case of a finite AP, the last term is also denoted by the letter L. That's the nomenclature used in some questions in your book. Good. Let's look at the next question that we do here. The next question that we do is question number 11. Question number 11, it says, which term of the AP 14710 is 52? So again, let's see what information we have. A, which is my first term, is given equal to 1. Next, let's find the common difference. That's equal to 4 minus 1. That's 3. We need to figure out which is this term. So the last term, L, is given equal to 52, which is basically we are taking it as the nth term. And we know nth term is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. Let's substitute values. Nth term is 52. That's equal to A, which is 1, plus n minus 1. So that's 52 minus 1, 51 times D, which is 3. So this is 52 minus 1 is equal to, I have done something wrong. Yes, 52, n is not 52. The nth term is 52. So this should be n minus 1 times D. My mistake. So this is 52 minus 1 is equal to n minus 1 times D. D in this case is 3. Yeah, that's a mistake that I had done. N, this is the nth term. So this would be 52 minus 1, 51 divided by 3 is equal to n minus 1. 51 by 3 is 17. Therefore, n is equal to 18. So 52 is basically the 18th term of the given AP. So 52 is 18th term of the given AP. Good. Let's look at the next question, which is question number 15. Determine AP whose third term is 5 and seventh term is 9. Okay, so T3 is given equal to 5, and by the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1D, I know this would be equal to A plus 2D. That's the first equation I have. A plus 2D is equal to 5. And T7 is given equal to 9. So T7 is given equal to 9, and by the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1D, I have A plus n, in this case 7. So 7 minus 1D, that's 60. That's the second equation. So I have two equations, two variables, should be able to solve it. I notice that already the coefficient of A is equal, so we can go ahead and subtract them directly. So A plus 6D is equal to 9 and A plus 2D is equal to 5. If I subtract these two equations, what I get is 6D minus 2D, that's 4D, 9 minus 5, that's 4. Therefore, D is equal to 1. Now put D is equal to 1 in, let's say, equation 1. Now that was my step 3. This is step 4 and this is step 5. So when I put it in equation 1, I get A plus 2 is equal to 5, which means therefore A is equal to 3. So I have got my first term A and I've got my common difference. Let's figure out what the question is. Determine the AP. So we need to write the answer in the form of an AP. Therefore, AP is, the first term is 3. The second term will be adding 1 times D to it. So D is 1, which means 4. Next term will be adding 1 common difference to this previous term. So that'll be 5 and then 6 and so on. So when you need to write your answer, you should write at least first 3 terms of an AP, at least first 3 terms. And then to show that the AP is continuing, you need to put at least 3 dots to show that this is a infinite AP. I repeat, you need to write at least the first 3 terms of the AP. Good. Let's look at the next question. The next question that we do is question number 17. And then the last question of this exercise that I do with you is question number 19. So which term of the series is negative 81? Again, let's see the information. A, which is my first term, is 21. Next, common difference, which is T2 minus T1. In this case, 18 minus 21 equal to negative 3. And we need to figure out negative 81. And Tn is given equal to negative 81. So we know the formula. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. Let's substitute values. So negative 81 is equal to A, which was 21, plus n minus 1 times D. D is negative 3. So this is negative 81 minus 21 if I take it on this side and divided by negative 3, that gives me n minus 1. Yes, that's correct. Negative 1 minus 21 divided by negative 3. So this is negative 8 minus 21. Sorry, negative 81 minus 21. Right? So that's negative 104 divided by negative 3 is equal to n minus 1. This gets cancelled. 3, 1, 3 into 3, 9. Mistake. 81 minus 21 is not 104. That's 102. Oh, okay, I'm making quite a few silly mistakes, but doesn't matter. That's 81 and 21. That's 102 divided by 3 is equal to n minus 1. That's 3, 1, 3 into 3, 9, and 12. So that's 34. So therefore, n minus 1 is equal to 34. 34. Therefore, n is equal to 35. Therefore, 35th term of this AP is negative 81. That was the question. Next part of the question says, can any term of this AP be 0? Okay, so what we have is 0 is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. Let's substitute values. So 0 is equal to A, in this case 21, plus n minus 1 times negative 3. That gives me negative, if I take this on this side, that becomes negative 21 divided by negative 3 is equal to n minus 1. That is 7 is equal to n minus 1. Therefore, n is equal to 8. Yes, the 8th term is 0. Therefore, 8th term is 0. Good. That brings me to the last question of this exercise, which is question number 19. It says the sum of the 4th and the 8th term of this AP is 24. Okay. So T4 plus T8 is given equal to 24. Now let's write it in the form of values that we know. T4 is basically A plus 3D and T8 is basically A plus 70. And the sum is given equal to 24. If I add them together, A plus A, that's 2A, 3D plus 70, that's 10D, and this is equal to 24. I notice both sides have 2 in common. Let's divide the equation by 2. What I get is a plus 5d is equal to 12. That's my first equation. Next, it says sum of 6th term and 10th term is 34. So T6 plus T10 is given equal to 34. So again, let's write this in terms of A and D. So the T6 is basically A plus 5D and T10 is A plus 9D. This is given equal to 34. When I add them together, A plus A, that's 2A, 5D plus 9D, that's 14D, is equal to 34. Let's divide both sides by 2 and I get A plus 7D is equal to 17. That's equation number 2. I have 2 equations, 2 variables, should be able to solve easily. I notice that the coefficient of A is already equal, so I can go ahead and subtract these 2 equations. So A plus 7D is equal to 17 and A plus 5D is equal to 12. When I subtract, A and A gets cancelled. 7D minus 5D, that's 2D. 17 minus 12, that's equal to 5. Therefore, D is equal to 5 by 2, that's 2.5. Next, put D is equal to 2.5 in, let's say, equation number 1, and I get A plus 5 into 2.5 is equal to 12. So A plus, that's 12.5 is equal to 12. Therefore, A is equal to negative 0.5. So I've got the value of A, I've got the value of D. Let's see what the question is. It says find the first 3 terms of the AP. Therefore, the first 3 terms are, the first term will be A, in this case negative 0.5. To this I will add common difference, which is plus 2.5, which means the second term will be 2. Next term, I'll add 2.5 more to this, which means it will be 4.5. And the AP will continue, but since they want only the first 3 terms, these are the first 3 terms of this given AP. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe. I have marked some homework questions. If you have any questions or queries, feel free to write into me. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.